Hi there, and welcome to this lesson on Pure Mathematics 1. And in this lesson, we'll be looking at the trigonometric formula for the area of a triangle. Now, if you have any triangle, ABC, then it's possible to find the area of that triangle as long as you know two sides and the angle where those two sides meet each other. So for instance, if you had a triangle like this, where we know PQ is 5, RQ is 8, and angle Q, where those two sides meet, is 60 degrees. The method for working it out, well, we use a formula, and the formula is surprisingly easy to prove. So if you had any triangle, and then you chose to draw the perpendicular from one angle to the opposite side. Having done that, we can just use the normal formula for the area of a triangle, which is that it's equal to half the base times by the vertical height. So the area of that triangle would be a half of A times by H. And then using trigonometry on this right-hand triangle here, H divided by B is opposite over hypotenuse. So H divided by B is the sine of angle C, which means that H is equal to B times by the sine of angle C. And then all we have to do is substitute this value for H into the normal formula for the area of a triangle. And that gives you the area of any triangle is a half A times by B times by the sine of C, the angle where those two sides meet. Okay, well, let's go back to that triangle we were looking at just now and work out its area. I'll let you have a go at doing this yourself first. So pause the video, have a go, and then come back to me again when you're ready. Okay, there are no tricks or catches on this. We just need to put the values into the formula for the area of a triangle. You have to get used to them changing the letters. So in this instance, we know the length of side P, the length of side R, and we know the size of angle Q. So just changing the letters in the formula gives us that the area is a half PR sine Q. Putting in the three values gives us half times by 8 times by 5 times by the sine of 60. Put all of that in the calculator and you get 10√3 centimeters squared for the answer. Now, the other thing they can do with this type of question is tell you the area. So in this example, you've been given a triangle and they've told you that the area is 15 centimeters squared. What they won't tell you is either the angle, as in this example, or one of the two sides. But you still just use the formula in the normal way, substitute in everything that you do know, and then find the one thing that you don't know. So have a go at this yourself, pause the video, come back to me when you're ready. Okay, now this time the version of the formula we're using is slightly different just because of the information we've been given. So we know the length of side B, the length of side C, and it's the size of angle A that we want to know. So we've chosen to rewrite the formula as the area equals a half B times by C times by the sine of A. We know three of those four things, so we substitute those three things in. We know the area is 15, we know the length of B, we know the length of C. A half times 8 times by 5 gives us a half of 40, which is 20. And then you do 15 divided by 20 gives you sine x. 15 divided by 20 is 3/4, so sine x is 0.75. Inverse sine of that gives us 48.6 degrees to 3 significant figures. And that is the end of the lesson. If you've got the textbook, then turn to page 117 and have a go at exercise 6D. Thank you very much for listening, and cheerio.